Hello, and welcome to Season 2 of The Professor's Perspective, our occasionally irreverent and always informative series covering the numbers and trends that impact local advertising. I'm your host, David Gustafson, and for this episode, we're going to focus on potential. Whether virtually or traditionally, a short stroll through the self-help section of your favorite book broker will quickly and emphatically open your eyes to the fact that potential is a limitless resource, just waiting to be developed, unleashed, unlocked, tapped into, or otherwise manipulated in ways that can break down barriers and open doors you may not have known were closed. Interestingly, though, the advertising community has historically taken a more limited view of potential, putting parameters in place to define boundaries for something that the best-selling books tell us knows no bounds. The twist when it comes to advertising is that potential is often paired with the tried-and-true metric of reach, which estimates the number of people who could possibly see or hear an advertising message. Like many media metrics, this concept of potential reach requires the establishment of market boundaries to provide a framework for calculating penetration percentages. As we've discussed in our companion Audience Insights series, percentages can be helpful at a high level, but they can also present some pitfalls because they only tell part of the story. To illustrate, let's compare percentages related to the amount of time we all spend watching television. Marketing intelligence firm eMarketer, whose forecasts on media consumption were the focus of our first episode last year, now projects that TV viewing represents just under 22% of the average adult's total media time each day. Audience measurement company Nielsen, meanwhile, puts that same stat at more than 34%. At surface level, two very different views based on the percentages. Below the surface, though, helpful information lies beyond the percentages. eMarketer and Nielsen actually agree that the average adult spends approximately 3 hours a day watching traditional linear television. The difference is that Nielsen only tracks about 9 hours a day of total media time per person, while eMarketer boosts that total to more than 13 hours a day. Before you have time to fully process those numbers, though, radio arrives with another percentage to ponder. According to Nielsen analysis, just over 90% of U.S. adults listen to the radio every month. Not so fast, says the TV crowd, pointing out that Nielsen also describes television as being nearly ubiquitous, with a nearly 90% monthly reach. And the percentage of daily media time spent watching TV is more than twice the percentage of time spent listening to radio. In the end, all these percentages have a similar goal, which, to paraphrase legendary sales manager Michael Scott, is for media companies to be impressed by the potential advertisers see in them. But even when these percentages around potential reach or market penetration seem impressive, they only scratch the surface when it comes to planning an effective media strategy. The availability of percentages that speak to the potential reach of any medium can seem almost limitless, but as savvy marketers know, numerous other numbers are far more critical to developing a successful ad campaign, including budget, rate, available inventory, audience demographics, and geography, to name a few. Ultimately, the true measure of effectiveness is determined by the deeper conversations that go beyond potential, taking all factors into consideration to develop customized strategies that help the advertiser make an impactful impression with consumers. When you're ready to move past the percentages of potential reach and plan your next campaign, Cox Media has plenty of potential to help you open the doors to success. Until next time, thanks for watching, and that's the Inside Scoop.